So now we've got a nice way of supplying feedback to the user via our Flash messages, and we can edit our users. Let's look at implementing the delete method. So over in our resources, views, users, index method, alongside our edit button, we're going to create a delete button. But the delete methods work in a slightly different way. They need a post request, and we need to send a delete method field over with that request. So let's create this. So we're going to create a form, and the action for this is going to be a root, and the root is going to be to admin users destroy, and we're going to destroy the user with the ID inside of the current for each loop. The method is going to be post, and the reason for this is the browsers don't really support the delete method at the moment, so we have to spoof that within Laravel. So inside of here we need to pass in our CSRF token, so CSRF, and we also need to spoof that delete method. So it's method field, and we want to create a delete field. And now we can create our button. So like the edit button above, it's a simple button, and we're going to give it a type of submit, and let's apply some styling to it. So it's just a standard button, BTN danger, and a BTN SM. Then we can just give that the text of delete. Now let's take a look at this. So as you can see, we now have a delete button for each of the users, but it drops down on another line. And the reason for this is because forms have a display block attribute on the CSS. So let's fix that with some floats. So what we want to do is come to our edit button, and let's put a class in here of float left. And on our delete form, let's put a class in here, float left also. Now let's give this a refresh. You see the buttons line up side by side. So let's implement our delete function now. So over in app, HTTP controllers, admin user controller, let's come down to the destroy method. And what we want to do is call user, and we want to call the destroy method on it, and we just need to pass it the ID. And then once it's deleted, we want to return a redirect to a route, and the route is going to be admin users index. And we can use our Flash messages, which we created in the last video, and we can use our with method. With success, user has been deleted. So we can also put our check in to make sure that the user is not going to be able to delete themselves. So that's a simple check that we've used in every other function. It's the same as above. We redirect back. You are not allowed to delete yourself. So let's save this and let's give it a try. So on the admin user, we hit delete. And you see you're not allowed to delete yourself. And now let's try and delete the user. You see user's been deleted and they've gone from the list. So in the next video, we're going to look at something called Faker. And we're going to use the Laravel database seed to generate loads of test users for us to practice with.